the Piyut Festival is this week. You're going to sing, and I'm very interested in this. Yasmin, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Okay, now I'm fascinated that you and your mother are going to sing together. I think that's really unique. So, what's that about, and what are you guys going to sing together?
It's going to be just beautiful musical evening. I'm going to sing Spanish songs, Argentinian tango songs, but I'm also going to sing piyutim and Ladino songs together with my mom. And I'm so excited because for me she's my crown, if I can say that. And I'm excited because the pretty thing with my mom is just that she comes from the kitchen. She used to cook and to clean the house and to sing for me. And I brought those songs from her kitchen to the stage. And now I'm bringing her to the stage, inviting her to the stage, and she's going to sing so pure, so natural, with not trying to impress or to perform. She's not performing. She's just singing from her heart, like the old women used to sing in the Sephardic tradition. So together with me, it's going to be, we are kind of two different worlds today, but so much the same. We come from the same fountain, so I'm very excited for that. She have a city. She has two, but when my father passed away, she had to dedicate her life to us, her children. So she's a singer, but she never had a great career in a professional way of singing because she just couldn't. She has to raise us, and she had to work, and her life was very hard. Only in the recent years, she came back to singing again on stages. And I used to be her guest, but now she's my guest.
How old were you when you were her guest?
My first performance was, I think, when I was the real one, when I was 20 years old. I just sang one song. It was a concert for my father to his memory. And I remember I was shaking and singing just one song. And ever since I decided that this is what I want to do, I want to sing. Then I had my career around the world, and now I'm singing more in Israel because I have my son and I'm pregnant again. So I'm going to extend my activity here in Israel. So I hope that I'll sing more, with her together.
And this is interesting to me because I'm Ashkenazi and I didn't grow up with this. So it's like still Jewish, but it's exotic for me. So what are piyutim and Ladino music and all these things that are going to happen this week?
For you, it's different.
Yeah.
Of course. They always ask me if it's like the Ashkenazi songs are very different and the Sephardic ones. I must say that when we sing Sephardi songs, it has a different meaning. It's important because we love those songs and this is our heritage, but also because the language, Ladino language, is an endangered language. And in 2 generations from now, I believe that the language won't survive. There won't be anyone to speak the language because people who speak Ladino today, they are 80, 70 years old and they are dying every day, unfortunately. And the young generation, like myself, we don't speak Ladino. I understand Ladino because I speak Spanish. But Yiddish, you can find, young kids, 3, 4 years old, speaking in Yiddish, which is great and wonderful. So for us, the Sephardic people, it's like, trying to win a war, but we weren't going to win it because the language will disappear. But the only thing that will survive from this beautiful tradition are those songs. And this is why it's a mission for me to spread the Sephardic songs as much as I can.
That's also a mission of Isaac Levy?
He was my father. He was the first one to collect and to preserve the Sephardi songs because they all passed down already from generation to generation. Those songs were never meant to be on stage. We're talking about songs that women sang the secular songs at home to their daughters, and men sang the religious songs in the synagogue to their sons. And that's how we managed to keep them alive for hundreds of years. But he was the first one to realize that someone has to collect them, or otherwise they will disappear. So all his life we used to go from one Sephardic family to another and to record people who could sing Sephardic songs. And then he wrote down the lyrics and the melodies, and the people that sang for him, after a while, they passed away. So he managed to save those songs. And thanks to this amazing work, now you can find books all around the world and just open them and sing Sephardic songs. I believe that this is the most important thing that someone had to do for this tradition.
Well, I first heard of him when I was walking through the Nachaot neighborhood of Jerusalem, and there's Rehov Yitzhak Levy. And then I heard about you, and I thought, wow, he has a daughter that sings and has CDs. So that was very interesting to me.
Thank you very much.
Did you grow up in Nachaot, or he grew up in that neighborhood?
No, I grew up in Baka, which is the center of Jerusalem.
Okay.
But I grew up in a very musical environment. I'm a daughter of two singers. I grew up with music, but all sorts of kind. I grew up with classical music, opera, jazz, French chanson, Arabic music, like Jerusalem, which is a melting pot, and people came to live in Jerusalem from all over the world. So I grew up listening to many different kinds of music. I tasted every kind of food. I smell every kind of smell, and this mixture, I'm a result of this mixture, and you can hear it in my music.
And your latest CD is called Libertad.
Freedom.
Okay, and that also has a mix of different kinds of languages and styles.
The languages are always the same. It's Ladino and Spanish, and I always end my albums with a prayer to God in Hebrew. But I always sing Turkish songs, Egyptian songs, Armenian songs, flamenco, Spanish songs. It's a mixture, but it all has the same character, I guess. I mix many different kinds of music and many different kinds of instruments, but it all comes from the same fountain.
And your performance is going to be this Tuesday, September 10th, at the Sharover Auditorium at the Jerusalem Theater, and with a lot of different musicians that are going to play some ethnic music, Sephardic music.
I'm coming with my band, which includes piano, flamenco guitar, double bass, Armenian and Turkish flute, and percussion, flamenco percussion. The flavors would be Oriental, Turkish, and also flamenco. I'm going to sing piyutim, chazanut, Ladino songs, also Argentinian tango songs. A beautiful, beautiful, very exciting mixture. And the highlight for me is going to be when my mom, of course, is going to sing with me.
What do your parents think, as you were gaining popularity and releasing CDs? I guess they were proud of you, or how did that pan out over the past couple years?
My mom is my first fan, as she says, and she supported me from the first moment. My father, as I said before, passed away when I was 1 year old. I do believe, I'd like to believe that he would be proud. My father asked my mom to give us education in which each and one of us is going to have a profession. So my brothers became engineers and my sister became a lawyer, and everybody expected me to become a vet, or which was my dream, or something like that. But then I realized that I'm deceiving myself and that I was born to sing. I don't think he would like me to become a singer because that he wanted us to have this real profession, the Jewish mind. But I really like to believe that today, if he would be alive, he would be proud of me.
Well, I agree. And for those of you who want to listen, your website is yasminlevy.com, or you can come to the concert on Tuesday. And I appreciate you coming on. And your mother is Kohava Levy, and I think I'm going to try and get some of her CDs, and I'll play a little bit of you and a little bit of her.
Beautiful.
Yasmin, thank you very much for coming on. Any final words you want to say about your music or the festival or anything?
No, I'm just, I invite people to come and listen. Just a beautiful night, evening. We bring history as well, just to open the heart and to enjoy. I have the most amazing musicians with me on stage, and it's really a celebration for me. I'm really looking forward to it.
Okay, Yasmin Levy, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.